Britney Spears today in her custody battle with her ex, Kevin Federline. A judge has ordered Spears to submit to random drug tests after finding there is habitual, frequent, and continued use of controlled substances and alcohol by Spears. That doesn't exactly sound good. The judge, though, didn't let Federline off easy either. Here to tell us more about the judge's orders, what they could really mean, especially in a heated custody battle, Courtney Hazlett, senior writer for OK Magazine and family law attorney Randy Kessler here in the studio with us. You have dealt with a number of celebrity family cases, including Evander Holyfield. So when you look at what the judge has said to Britney, Randy, you have to submit to random drug testing twice a week. You don't take any drugs or alcohol 12 hours before you see your kids. What's he really saying? I
think he's giving her a noose maybe to hang herself with. He's saying, here it is, here's some guidelines. Nobody should be using or abusing alcohol or illegal drugs. But to say in an order, you're not to do it for 12 hours before you have the kids, it's basically a, here it is, if you violate it, the next step is you're going to be supervised and you'll be lucky to have half the time with your kids.
So he gets all this information to her at that point, and then Courtney, OK Magazine catches her out clubbing till 2 a.m. that night. What doesn't she get?
She doesn't get anything, actually, Erica. What's so interesting is Randy made a great point. The judge is giving her the news to hang herself. In addition to this random drug testing, the minutes that came out on TMZ yesterday included hours and hours of different types of co-parenting counseling that she and Kevin are required to do. So not only is she drug testing randomly twice a week, but she also has to spend a huge bulk of her time in parenting classes, which ultimately is a good thing. But you're talking about a person who doesn't take instructions, directions, or any sort of influence. I don't see how she's going to get it together and follow these rules.
Is she going to lose her kids, Randy?
You know, he's basically saying be a normal parent. Every case that we have, judges say go to parenting classes, learn how to be a good parent just to be safe. If she doesn't, she's going to irritate the judge. And the judge has all the power in the world right now. He's got power over her kids. She could very well lose custody of those kids.
One of the other things that was interesting to me here, too, you say, you know, just be a good parent, which seems so obvious to a lot of us, but apparently isn't. He said no corporal punishment to both of them. Does this tell you, Randy, that these kids were suffering physical abuse?
If there was physical abuse, I think there'd be criminal charges. But he's worried about it. Maybe it's because she does illegal drugs or alcohol or whatever it is that can lead to those other things. We know all those problems are interrelated. Lack of judgment, lack of good common sense is significantly, improved by using illegal drugs or alcohol, and he doesn't want that to happen. And he's trying to protect the kids.
Yeah, Courtney, as we look at all of this, we have to be honest here. K-Fed isn't exactly a saint, but lately you don't hear that much about him. Is it because he's truly laying low, or does he just know how to avoid the paparazzi?
He is truly laying low. That said, he was out at some parties last weekend and that sort of thing, but it used to be every single night, and now it's only once in a while when he doesn't have the kids. And who's to say when you don't have the kids you can't go out? So I think it's not fair to judge him on those nights. But he does seem like the model parent, something I never thought I'd ever say. At the same time, a lot of people from his camp are saying, there might be something a little bit duplicitous at play. He might be just angling for a better payout. We know he has almost no income. He recently filed papers saying his income was exactly $0. So it's hard to say anything is possible from these two.
Do you think when you see something like that, we talk about the money and there's all these concerns about, oh, is K-Fed really just trying to get more money? Can a judge see through that?
I think a judge can see through that. A judge can see who's going for money and who's not. And child support is child support. You don't get rich on child support. You get enough money for the kids. We talk about this as divorce lawyers, and sometimes we say, I've got the worst client, but for the other side. And that may be where K-Fed is, He's not an angel, but if you look at the other side, comparatively, he might be the better choice.
Which also speaks to the fact that Britney Spears is going through attorneys faster than anyone can keep track of right now. I mean, she's on her third one in this case, so it does seem like Kevin's definitely the lesser of two evils.
It definitely kind of makes you wonder there. Courtney Hazlett, Randy Kessler, great to have you both with us. Thanks.
Thanks
a lot.